leave application have been processed. We also have one recruitment portal. So recruitment also we have two, three different types of portal. One is CU Chayan, you must have heard of. So this particular portal was designed and launched last year as per the guidelines of UGC. So that particular portal is only for the recruitment of central universities and teaching recruitment. Similarly, we have a portal called CRENET for specifically designed for NITs, and for other institutions we have Samarth recruitment portal for both teaching and non-teaching recruitment. We also awarded digital degrees to the student during COVID time. So at that time, more than 5 lakh digital degrees were awarded to the students. So these are the modules that we have in different domains. As I told you that we have more than 44 modules in different domains. So in the employee related domain, we have modules like recruitment, employee management, knowledge management, leave, payroll, and career advancement scheme. So I'll give a brief of each and every module in the later slides. Then in governance domain, we have modules like grievance management, file management, affiliation, estate management, RTI, core communication, and service desk management. In academics and student related domain, we have modules like program management, admissions and enrollment process, evaluation and grading, which covers both pre-examination and post-examination activities. Then we have hostel management module, student feedback, training and placement, alumni, digital certificates, and convocation. Then in finance, account, and supplier related domain, we have modules like budget and accounts. Then we have research projects and grants management. We have asset and inventory management system. Then we also have bill tracking system. On the right hand side, there are some additional modules for broader coverage. So in employee domain, we have an additional module called training of trainers. Then in student, we have few additional modules like integration with virtual learning environment through LMS, uh, and online quiz system. We also provide online open book examination system is also there. Then we also have online proctored examinations. So IGNOU conducts online proctored examinations. Then we have governance related modules, some additional modules like legal case management, minutes resolution archive system, library integration, content federation system, health management, fleet management, security, sports, residence, essential services. And then we have key performance indicator dashboard. We also have an additional module called fee management. So fee management, this particular module is used in academics as well as finance. So now we'll move on to the modules that we have in different domain. So first is the base modules. So as the name suggests, base module are the base of Samarth. So in order to use any of the modules that I showed in the previous slide, initially we create base module or we configure base module into the system of for your particular institutions. So here we have different type of sub modules like organigram, organization unit, and user administration. So now I would like to tell you that Samarth works on role-based access control. So that means like whichever role you will assign to a particular person or official, he or she will only be able to access that function of the system only. So to use any of the module, role assignment like user management is important. So first of all, there is organigram. So organigram, it captures the institution's organizational structure as per its hierarchy. So for example, we'll say that in this particular department of your institution, this designation works and this particular designation reports to a higher authority. So that is how we create an approval mechanism or a structure in your institution's portal. Then by organization unit, we mean that all the departments, schools, library, hostel, or buildings which are there in your institution. For example, there are hostels in your institution. There will be like 2, 3 hostels in your institution or libraries, campuses. So all such details will be captured here so that we can map other modules accordingly. Then comes the user administration. So once we configure the base of the system, what we do, we add employees into the system, because employees will be assigned roles like employee account, administrative role, or any other user role into the system. So after the base, we add into the system, we add employee, and for those particular employees, we create different type of account. So on Samarth, we have accounts like employee account, then we have administrative account, we also have guest account, and we have affiliation user type of account. So for affiliation, I mean, for example, there are colleges or uh, affiliated colleges of your institution. So in case you want to assign them some role into the system, you can create affiliation user. And for rest of the employees or administrative people, you can create administrative roles or user roles. So this particular module called user administration is used for that purpose. And after the user administration, after you are done with assigning, you have completed the role assignment to different employer, different people, after that we are ready to use the modules. So after the base module configuration and user role assignment, we are ready to delve into the usage of modules. Now we have different domains, as I told you: employee, academics, governance, finance. So we can start implementation of any of the particular domain. So in this, at this particular step, the institution can let us know their priority list of modules, as in which particular module they want to start with. So we'll start the configuration or the implementation according to that. So by default, we move on with the employee lifecycle first. So here, as I told you that we have these many modules. Moving on to the recruitment first, as I told you that in recruitment we have separate different portals. So in normal Samarth recruitment portal, we have two different type of uh, recruitment that you can conduct, like non-teaching and teaching recruitment. And this is the admin dashboard. So one will be the front end on which the candidates can come and they can fill up their application, and this will be the back end or the administrative end. From there they can add the advertisement, they can configure different settings of the application forms. So this can be configured from here. So you can also do the online screening of the system through this particular module. Then we have employee management part. So in employee, it captures the complete employee profile and details of all the employees. So here you can see that how many employees are there in your institution, and you can also manage the employee life cycle. For example, any promotional event is happening in some, for some employees, or any increment or retirement is happening for the department or for some employees. So you can update the life cycle of those particular employees from this particular module. So we have different functions here, like you can add one employee here. Here also we have two method of adding employee to the system. So one is you can add employees one by one if there are less staff or less number of employees into the system. You can do that one by one. And in case there are large number of employees in your institution and you want to do the bulk import of data from your current system to the summer system, we have format sheets available for that. So you can provide us the data in that particular format, and we can upload it on this portal. You can also upload it on your portal, but the data need to be verified once. So you can do bulk import as well, or you can add employee single one by one. Then we can also manage assignment. For example, if some particular person is the professor, but you are assigning an additional role of HOD to that particular person, and you want it to get reflected into the portal as well. So through manage assignment, you can manage the different assignments to the employees. And I already informed about employee life cycle. Then you can see if employees from their respective logins can create or can update their knowledge profiles, like a research paper they can update their personal details. So once they update the details, it will come to the admin of the employee who will manage the employees in the institution for the approval purpose. So from here they can see that how many requests are pending for approval, how many employees have updated their knowledge profile, and that particular request is pending for approval. So you can take necessary action from these the tabs mentioned on the left hand side. Then we have knowledge management system. So knowledge, it's a part of employee module only. So here the employees can come and they can update their different profile. They can update their personal profile, public profile, knowledge profile, and the detail will be forwarded to their HOD or the person who has the role of knowledge admin or employee admin. Then next we have leave management system. So in this particular module, we can manage the complete life cycle of a leave. Leave request process can be managed online, and leave approval process can also be managed online. So this is the dashboard of our demo portal. Here on the admin, the person who will be assigned the role of leave admin, for example, he or she can see that how many employees are on leave today, how many leaves are pending for recommendation, for review, for sanctioning, and then how many leaves are pending for LTC review request. So this particular feature called LTC, it is currently under development. So by the next update cycle or maybe the end of this quarter, it will be introduced into the system. By clicking on various tabs like all applications, you can see all applications, and we have different type of requests like recommendation, review, sanctioning, leave cancellation request. So many functions can be performed using leave management system. One more thing, that in all of the modules I will be showing to you, we have one settings option at the end of the page. I'll also show it demonstrated on the demo portal. So through settings button, you can configure the modules as per your requirements or as per the policies or the rules of your institutions. There are certain settings which are standard in nature, but there are many settings which can be configured as per the rule and requirements of the institutions. So in Leave also we have around 18 to 20 settings which can be configured as per the leave policies of the institutions. Then moving on to the payroll management system. So this particular module helps to calculate, generate, and approve salaries of employees according to the policies or according to the rules that you have created into the system. Here also the admin can see the active financial year, the amount of salary which was paid last month, last year. And then employee payroll classification you can check, employee salary structure you can update it. Then you can generate salary. There are different functions like generate salary, process salary, and approve salaries. Then you can also check the PF contribution of employees. We provide income tax section as well, and employee can generate their form 16 from the employee logins. All the activity logs in the complete system, we are providing activity logs. So whichever activity are being performed by the admins, or any update is being conducted, or any changes being done into the system by the employees or the users, that will get reflected in the activity log. So you can also see that. So the complete payroll module is integrated with our finance system. So once the salary is paid to the employees, that particular budget head of the salaries or the finance, it will get deducted from that particular budget head. Then we have career advancement scheme. So in under this particular module, you can allow the employees to apply for career advancement schemes under PBAS, that is performance based appraisal system, and then we have APAR, annual performance appraisal system. So through these applications, you can ask your employee to fill up the forms, and the admin can take the necessary action. So this is the dashboard of admin. They can create applications template and get it circulated among employees through the portal itself. And once the employee fill up the form, it can be forwarded to HOD, it can be forwarded to Dean or IQAC. So such functions can be performed. You can see how many applications are in screening, or screening has been done. So those functions can be performed here, and you can add the remarks as well. Then we have TOT management system. So TOT means training of trainers. So in case you want to train your employees or faculty of your institutions, in case someone wants to come to your institution and provide a workshop is being organized, so that particular meetings or workshops can be managed here. You can ask the companies to register on this particular portal. So you can, by going on to total companies, you can see that how many total companies or guests have registered themselves for the workshop, how many trainings were provided to the institution's employees, how much was the participation rate, total request, if any particular departments are requested for certain type of training or workshop. So you can also see that and manage it from TOT management. Then moving on to the next domain, that is academics and student life cycle. So we have different modules here. So from admissions till alumni and convocation, we have different modules to cater to students. So the first one is admissions and enrollment process. So here we have three modes of admissions, which are regular, ODL, and foreign student registration. Then the patterns that we support in admission are like CUET based, entrance based, and cutoff based. If I talk about some of the standard features of our admission module, then you can know online registrations for admission. You can track and monitor applications. Online scrutiny of applications can be done by the colleges and the departments. Then online merit list can be prepared. Online counseling and seat allocation is also available. And in case you want to collect the registration fee or the program fee from the student, that feature is also available for that particular purpose. The payment gateways need to be integrated with the system. Then we have program management. So program management acts as a base for academics domain. So in program, what we add, like whichever programs you offer in your institution to the students, that need to be added into the system initially, so that you can start the student life cycle or academics. So here we need to add whichever program you are offering to students, including their seat allocation, including the courses, elective courses, compulsory courses, and fee details. So such details can be added in program management. And after programs are added into the system, we add courses. Then uh, like credit, all such details are added in this particular module. Once program are added and courses are added, we add student to those programs. So we have a student model here. You can add the student to the programs, you can map it with programs and courses. And here also at this particular step, if you want to provide student portals to your students, then you can let us know. We deploy one portal for the students through which they can access, and they can see that their profile, they can update it in case they want to pay the program fee, they want to check their fill the examination form or admit card they want to check. So all the student related activities can be performed on that student portal. So student module is for that purpose. Then we have evaluation and grading module. So this particular module caters to examination fees, hall ticket, seat allocation, and a complete package that includes all the examination result processing related activities. For example, you can map examinations schedule here. You can do the question paper management. Evaluation can be done. You can process the result. Then you can customize the grade card as per your institution's requirement. And evaluator to different programs and can be mapped here. So complete guide for evaluation purpose is available in this particular system. Then we have hostel management system. So this particular module manages hostel admissions, and it also lists the hostel services which are there. The admin can see that how many hostel, like how many hostel facilities are there, how many rooms are available, how many requests we have received for the hostel from the students, and how many allocation of rooms has been completed to the students. And in case any incident is reported in the hostel, that can also be managed using this particular module. And in case you want to collect the hostel fees or mess fees or such details, so we can connect the payment integration with this particular model, and you can collect the fees from student. Then we have student feedback system. So this particular modules allow the student to enter feedback as required by the institution. So institutions what can do, they can create the application or the template of the questionnaire of the student feedback form, and they can circulate it to the student portals, and student from the respective portal can fill up the form and provide the feedback to the institutions. Then we have training and placement module. So this but through this particular module, you can uh, provide training and placement opportunities to the students. Here also the companies which wants to provide the job opportunities or internship opportunities to the students, they can come and register themselves through this particular module. So here also the training and placement officer of the institution, first he will verify the details of the company that have registered. So once they are done with the verification, they can allow the companies to post their opportunities in the portal, and student, they can see the opportunities on their student portal, and they can apply for the jobs or internship as per the availability. Then we have alumni management system. So in case you want to connect with your alumni, you can use this particular module. Here also you can add alumni through two different ways. So the first one is, in case you have all the alumni data available with you, then you can upload it from your administrative end. But in case you want the alumni to register themselves on the portal, you can also let us know. In that case, we'll provide you one external link for alumni registration, to on which alumni they can come and register themselves, and you, like the administration on the backend, they can verify the registered alumni details. So once they complete the verification, the login credentials are sent to the employee, so that they can create their update their alumni profile, and they can use services which are available for the alumni of the institutions. Then we have convocation module available. So in case you want to manage convocation event, you can use this particular module. Here also we deploy one portal for you, where the alumni of the, they can come and they can register themselves for the convocation purpose. In case you want to collect fee from them, we can also enable that on the portal. Then you can manage ticketing and seat allocation. In case you want to distribute passes to the attendees, that can also be managed through this particular module. Then we have digital certificates or certificate management system. So this particular module can be used to avail the services like digital degrees, mark sheet, provisional certificate, migration certification. So this module can be available for generating different sort of certificates, and you can provide it to the students. So student also, they can apply it for different type of certificate from the student logins, and the request will come to the particular admin, and they can take the necessary action from the module. Then we are moving on to the next domain, that is finance, account, and supply. So this particular module, it helps to manage various budget heads, and it keeps track of transaction according to different departments. In the dashboard, we can see the budget estimate, budget granted, net budget details, expenditure, and settled budget. So different type of activities can be performed using our budget and accounts module. Here also you can see all this detail as per different financial years. Different type of reports can be generated from this particular modules, and all modules in the finance domain are interrelated with each other. So if I talk about research projects and grants management system, it helps to manage ongoing research projects in the university, along with its budget and funding details. So we can see that how many research projects are ongoing in the institutions, and projects which are there for approval, and you can enter the project like PI details, for PI details, and how many projects are there for like different functions can be performed, like you can manage accounts, you can manage projects expenditure, then you can generate statement of expenditure and utilization certificates. Then we have asset and inventory management system. So this module is used to maintain and track the various consumable and non-consumable inventory in the university. So on the dashboard, we can see all the recent activities that this particular inventory and the quantity who has requested for it. So such details can be seen in the dashboard. And on the right hand side, we can see total inventory, which includes the consumable and non-consumable details. In case you want to search for any particular inventory, you can click on left hand side and search inventory button. In case you want to add new stock, you can click on stock details, and you can add the stock details into the system. And by going on to the requested items, you can see that like which particular employee has requested for any inventory or any stock from the system, and you can allot it to them using this particular module. Then we have a bill management system, a bill tracking system. So you can also check here the real-time visibility of the status of all invoices which are sent to our agents, including vendor or the finance department of the institutions. So you can see type of bills, different type of bill, like how many new bills have been added, bill modified. So here also we have added the role of vendors. So vendors also, they get some OTP registration for vendors is also available into the system. We can also manage the employee bill using this particular system. Then we have governance domain. So in governance, we have around 17 modules available, like file management, RTI core, endowment, residence allocation. So talking about file management system, this particular module is used to manage and track the offline files which are there in an institution. So you can scan that particular copy of your file, and you can upload the scan copy on this particular portal. You can mark the details of files, the type of file, confidentiality, and to which particular department you are forwarding to it. So such details can be added in this while creating a new file into the system, and you can manage and track its further approval process. So on the dashboard, we can see different type of files which are there, like letter, purchase, admin file. So, and you can also see how many incoming files are there. In case you want to check the history of any file, you can also check that. Then we have RTI management system. So this particular module is used to manage the RTI files within the institution. So instead of capturing the details in an offline manner, you can use this particular module. Uh, So here you can add that how many RTIs have been responded, how many RTIs are yet to be responded, which are in pending status, and in case any RTI response is overdue, so that details can be added here. Then we have core messaging system. So in case you want to send or circulate bulk information among employees or students, then you can use this particular module. Here, what you can do, you can create one mailing list. Or for example, you want to circulate information among like employees of a particular department. Then you can create one mailing list, including those people only, or for that particular department's employees, and you can create a template of you can create a template of the information that you want to send, and you can circulate it. Here also we have two different type of uh, info, like two different ways you can circulate the information, via emails or via messages. So emails are already there into the system, so that goes by no reply at summer.ac.in. But for the SMS, you need the institution need to provide us the SMS integration kit, so that we can integrate it into the system, and you can send it across to the employees or the students. Then we have service desk management system. So it manages tickets and which are raised in the institutions. Employees as well as student, they can raise the tickets, and it can be assigned to a particular agent, and they can close like they can take the necessary action on that ticket and update the who has raised the ticket into the for that particular issue. Then we have legal case management. So it also monitors and tracks the cases of legal cases which are there in an institution. For example, total cases, hearing this week, hearing next week, or in favor cases, against cases, the details of lawyer, detail and other reports can be exported from this particular modules. But it is only for the purpose of tracking and entering the details. That we have minutes resolution archive retrieval system. So in case you want to create the meeting summaries of the meetings that are being conducted at your institution level, so you need not create a separate document for it. You can just simply go to this particular module. You can click on create but document, and you can enter the summary of the meeting. And in case you want this particular meeting notes to be circulated among all the attendees, then you can just simply click on members button, and it will auto fetch their details from the module itself, because they are already added in the employee module. So once you enter their name, their details will be added here, and once you are completed with the document, you can directly circulate it among the attendees. Then we have content federation system. So in case you want to update your university's website, you want to update some content on the website of your institution, you can use this particular module for that purpose. Then we have health management system. So this particular module can be used to list healthcare facility which are available in your institution. In case there is any clinic, dispensary, or hospital, you can list the details here. Then we have fleet management. So this particular modules, it lists down the fleet and transport facilities of the institution. So you can enter total vehicles, how many vehicles are active, and how many vehicles have been assigned to the employees of the institution. So that can be seen in total assignment. So in case some employee request for any transport of the institution for any official visit, the request will come to the admin in this particular portal, and you can allot it, you can approve the request using this particular module. You can also manage the vehicle, as in you can enter the vehicle's pollution overdue detail, insurance details, who is the driver, daily tracking. So such minor details can also be captured here. Then we have security management system. So here you can list security services of your institution. For example, you in case you have conducted any security awareness programs, you can add it here. The infrastructure which is available for security, or any other tools, or cameras, or any security related infrastructure, if it is there, you can add it in this particular module. Then we have sports management. So using this particular module, you can add the number of sports which are played at your institution. Then what is the sports infrastructure, like gym facilities, there any playground, stadium, or the equipments which are there for sports. And in case there are any number of subscription for sports which you give to the students, so that can be managed here. Then we have essential services module. So in essential services, we have four small sub modules, which is parking request. So suppose any employee wants to request for parking in the institution, they can go to their employee profile, they can click on parking request and apply for it. Similarly, in case some one wants some, like particular employee or department wants to request for the conference for booking, they can go to essential services module in their employer admin portal. They can request for it. Similarly, guest house booking is also available here, and transport request. Then we have affiliation management system. So in case your institution has affiliated colleges, or you provide affiliation to new colleges, then you can use this particular module to create one application form, and you can share it with the requesting institutions. They can fill it up, and you can take the further necessary action. Then we have grievance management available in this particular domain. So it allows the users to submit grievances. We have public grievances available in this particular function available here as well. You can see total grievances, draft grievances, new grievances, overdue, and how many are public grievances, how many have been are pending from a long time. So that detail can be managed here. Then moving on to the next module, that is estate management system. So all the infrastructure related information, estate related information can be managed here. So you can add all the buildings, floor, rooms, type of rooms, how many buildings are there, open area, roads detail, footpath details. So in case you want to capture those details of your institutions, you can use this particular module for that purpose. Then we have residence allocation system. So in case you provide residence facility to the employees of your institution, so you can use this particular module. The admin of this module can create a housing scheme. They can create a form using this particular module and get it circulated, and get it, you can get it published in the employee logins. An employee from their respective login can fill up the housing scheme form and submit it to the admin, and admin can take the necessary action from this particular module. They can see their forms, a total application for e-housing, how many buildings or residences are available, and you can do the allocation accordingly. Then we have endowment management system. So in case you want to collect endowment from the public or alumni of your institution, you can use this particular module. By just doing some simple configuration into the system, you can create a endowment form. So once the public or the alumni, once they come to your website and they want to click on endowment, so they can just simply click there. They can enter some few basic details about their name, PAN card details, or any details which you ask in the form will be reflected in that front end to the people, and they can fill up those detail, and you can create that how which type of contribution you want to take from the user, type of contribution like books for infrastructure. So such details can be added in the forms. The the person who wants to give the endowment, they can fill up the form, and they can pay the amount. So here also the payment gateway integration needs to be done into the system. Then we have KPI monitoring dashboard. So this is the dashboard I was talking about. So whichever modules you will be using in your system in the Samarth portal, so that will be reflected in this particular dashboard. So you can provide this monitoring dashboard to the VC, registrars, or directors of your institution, so that they need not to go into each and every module for the information. They can just simply log into this dashboard, and on the dashboard itself they can see that how many employees are there, how many employees are on leave, and what is going on in evaluation and grading, and how many programs are there in your institution, how many students are there, how many different departments. So such details can be accessed using this single dashboard. So that was all about the modules that we have. Now I will be discussing the process of onboarding, and after this I'll take you through our demo portal and knowledge base. So in the onboarding process, we can see that initially we do one introduction meeting with the institutions that request for Samarth implementation. After this meeting, we share some prerequisites with the institutions. So prerequisites are that receiving the details of nodal officer, which I'll tell you in the next slide. So once we complete the prerequisites, we will deploy one portal or Samarth instance for your institutions. So here, separate instances are deployed for separate institutions. So we deploy those instances for institution, and we share that the credentials or the portal with the nodal officer of the institution. After that, we start with a base module configuration workshop. So that workshop generally takes 1 week. Like 1 week for data collection of the institutions, and once it is done, once the base modules gets configured, we conduct a workshop for employee domains, which generally takes around 3 weeks on an average. It depends on the different institutions, that how long they take to collect the data and to update it into the system. So once the base models get configured, it is up to the institution that whether they want to start with the employee domain first, or they want to start the academic process. So, on an average, if I talk about the complete implementation, takes around 3 to 4 months. If the institution want to avail each and every module which are available on Samarth portal. So these are the prerequisites that I was talking about. So the first one is details of nodal officer. So nodal officer will be the single point of contact from your institution, so that the communication can be smoother. Similarly, from our team, from summer team, one person as a coordinator will be assigned to the institution. So the nodal officer and the coordinator will be the SPOC from summer and the institution, and they can plan one implementation plan or roadmap, so that the implementation of Samarth module can be smooth and can be in an efficient way. Then next thing is escalation matrix from the institution. So that is needed for cases, maybe sometimes the nodal officer is not available into the institution. Then who should be the next person in the institution to whom we can connect, so that implementation does not get hampered. So for that purpose, we need someone from higher authority, or someone from other than a nodal officer to whom we can connect, so that implementation does not get hampered due to the absence or the unavailability of the nodal officer. Then you can establish one Samarth implementation committee at your institution level. So this committee can have the different officials from your institution. Like it can have, it includes a nodal officer, and people or different module admin, because we have around 44 modules. So it won't be possible for the single person or the nodal officer to handle each and every module. So officials who will be handling, for example, HR or finance or academics, so those will be the module admins. So those we would require details of those officials as well. And apart from that, you can provide the details of COE or someone from like a finance officer or executive council, so that in case we take any major decisions, we receive any major change request or any major request from the institution, so we can keep all those officials from the institution in loop. Then for all these details, you can generate an office order on your institution's letterhead, and you can provide it to us via email. And apart from it, you can fill up this particular form, institution performa. It's a Google form, so it includes very basic details, so that we can understand the volume of the institution that is getting onboarded on Samarth. So it is for that purpose. So once we receive these prerequisites from the institution, we start with the implementation. Then moving on to the approaches to training and support. So here, once we complete the prerequisites, and one person from summer team will be assigned as a coordinator to your institution. So that particular coordinator will assist the institution's nodal officer to plan a phased implementation and training. So based on your requirements and based on a mutual plan, we will conduct walkthrough sessions, configuration and workshops and trainings for the institutions. So generally three type of trainings we provide. So the first one is walkthrough session. So in walkthrough session, we give the overview of that particular module. Suppose we want to start with leave module. So initially we will conduct one webinar or a walkthrough where leave modules overview will be given to the institutions. Then, if you are satisfied with the workflow of the leaf module, you can give us the confirmation, and we will start the configuration workshops where one person from our leaf team will connect with the leaf team or the leave admin team from your institution, so that we can have the configuration workshops, and we will help you to configure the module as per your rules and requirements. So once the configurations are completed, so configurations also generally takes 2 to 3 workshops, because they are more than around 20 settings. So in each workshop, we help the institution in configuring some settings. So generally 2 3 workshops are conducted for leave. It varies from module to module. And once the configurations are completed, we start training for the institution. So for example, you have configured the leave module completely. Now you want to start it or you want to launch it for your college employees. So for that purpose, we will again conduct one training session for all the employees of the institution. All the training will be in a remote manner. So we'll give one training that how you can apply for leave and how the admin can approve it, how different authorities can take actions on the leaves. Similarly, for different modules, we conduct simultaneously configuration workshops, because institution will also have different team for different modules. So in case you want to start the implementation simultaneously for all the for different major modules, you can also do that. But in case you want to start the implementation like one by one, we can also do that. We also conduct rolling webinars for different modules time to time. So in case your team wants to understand the workflow of different module, they can wants training, they can join us in those particular webinars. Then we provide remote assistance to provide is provided to configure and operate major cyclic processes like admission, recruitment, result generation. So these are the major activities in academics and recruitment. So for that purpose, also our team is there. We will assist you with the complete configuration and the result generation. For any other support and service request, the nodal officer, they can reach out to Summit team for the resolution. And here also we ask the different admins from the institution, like module admin, to keep the nodal officer in always the like to keep the nodal officer in loop, so that he can be informed about every decision or every update that is being done regarding Samarth at your institution. Apart from it, we have user guides available for the institutions, which is available on docs.summit. So you can also refer to this link, and you can get one more clearer idea of the workflows of different modules. Then we'll come to approach to customizations. So Samarth is deployed with a minimum customization approach. So we support minimum customization in Samarth portal, because we have already given multiple configuration settings in each and every module, which we'll see on the demo portal. So we have settings available which you can configure as per their requirements. Therefore, customization is less supported. Because Samarth is already catering to the workflows of central universities, state universities, IITs, now IIMs, and other institute of national importance. So most of the workflows are already available into the system in different modules. So you can configure the system based on your policies, and we provide regular support for configuring each and every module of the system. But customizations are supported when the workflow configurations are not like sufficient to cater your institution's policies. For example, you find that there are certain workflows which are very specific to your institutions and which are not available into the system. Then we in that particular case we'll consider your request, but for that purpose also you will need to send us the supporting documents or the policy documents which are there, which support that change request of the institution. So for that particular purpose, Samarth has a change approval board here. So that particular meeting happens quarterly in Samarth. So our change approval board sits here, and then we study the change that was requested by the institution. And if the team finds it like it's suitable to do the change into the system, we incorporate it. And if we see that the change is not feasible to be done into the system, then we inform the institution about that. So the customizations are on an average, if it takes, it's take around 3 to 6 months to be done into the system if it gets approved. So this is a process of customizations that we follow. Then we have some important links. So the first one is our knowledge base, and second is our demo portal. So you can explore our demo portal to understand the workflow of each and every module. Now I'll take you through our demo portal. So this is our demo portal. I'll share the credentials and the URL of this demo portal with you after the meeting as well. So currently I have logged in as an admin. As I told you that Samarth works on role-based access control. So currently, because I have logged in as an admin, I can see all the modules which are available. But suppose if I log in as a leave admin or only the admission admin, then on this particular screen, I will only be able to see that particular module only. So, for example, if I want to update the profile of the institution on Samarth, I can just simply go on to the administration button. I can go to I'll go to core modules. I'll go to information, and I can edit the profile. You can enter your institution's name in Hindi, in any other language, in short code, VC detail, the about organization, logo. Such details can be added here, and you can click on save and next. Then you can update the address. Then you can update any social media links of the institution, and recognition linkages. You can add it here and you can update. So and once you update it, you can go to organization unit type, as in which type of departments will be there. For example, you want to add libraries there in the institution. You can select parent, like who, which library is present in the campus. So you can click the parent as campus. Then category, whether administrative or academic category. Then OU type is constant. Just a minute. Then status as published. If we'll put it in draft or pending status, it won't be reflected in other modules. So in that particular cases, we have to keep it as published, and we can click on save button. This title already exists because it's a dummy portal. So this entry must already be there. For example, we entered 600. So now we can see that one OU type has been created into the system. After that, we'll create organization unit. For example, the name of the library will be added here. For example, I added one library. So now I will click on add library. So I can create ABC library, for example. You can enter name in Hindi, name in any other language. The parent unit we chose as campus. So different campus are shown here because it's a demo portal. So the correct entry might not be visible here right now. Then you can enter the code of library if it is available. then campus detail, country, state, district, all such details can be added for the library, and you click on save button. So that is how you will create one organization unit. After that, you can create designation into it. In designation, we had two options like post and assignment. So post are the those posts on which people are recruited, and assignment are the additional tasks which are assigned to the employees. So you can add those here. Then we create organigram into the system, as in which particular department designations are there. So once these details are completed, we go on to the administration, we go on to the user management. Here you can see that there are 324 type of system roles available into the system. And in case you want to assign user role to some particular employees, you can just simply click here, add role. You can add whichever role you want to give to this person. For example, academic course structure as a dummy role, you want to assign it to this particular employee, you can just click on assign roles. So the role has been assigned. So now when this particular administrative person will log into this particular portal, he will also be able to see this information related to this particular module as well. So that is how we create or we assign the roles. So once we are completed, we are done with assigning roles, we can click on any module which we want to start. For example, we want to check the employee management, you can click on proceed. You can see total employees. You can, if you want to see the details, you can click to details. You can see details here, that employee code of the employees, name, type of employees, nature of employment, their official mail ID, mobile number, departments. So such details can be checked from here, can be updated from here. Similarly, you can manage employee according to their departments, employees by different events, promotion, appointment, separation, and other. You can assign assignment from here. So that is how different functions can be performed using our demo portal. Now I'll also take you through our knowledge base, which is docs.samarth. So for example, you want to get information about the workflow of any module, you can click on employee services, you can click on leave management, and you can see here the introduction of leave module is given here. The dashboard, like what all the features which are available in dashboard are explained here. Then settings are given here, that different type of settings are there, how you can add a leave. So all the user manual is available on this particular knowledge base. And at the bottom of the page, you will find one module training video. So this training video is also available for many modules. So you can also go through the training video, and you can understand the workflow of module using our videos as well. That was all about the module presentation and the onboarding part. Now the floor is open for the questions. So please raise your hand and ask the questions accordingly.
Yes, I have a question.
Yes, sir, please ask.
I would like to ask you what kind of cloud you offer actually.
Sir, the cloud services which we are using are of Amazon Web Services.
So an Amazon Web Services. You are not offering
Right.
it on an NIC cloud.
No, sir.
My second question is, what is the RDBMS which you have deployed to host the data in this?
Pardon, sir, can you repeat the question?
Yeah, my question is which RDBMS you are using for the data as a database?
Okay. So, sir, we are using PHP 7.4 and the
Okay.
mix of other languages.
So PHP 7.4 is a language. My question is about RDBMS, MySQL or
Yes,
Oracle.
it's MySQL.
It's MySQL.
Yeah.
So it's a PHP and a MySQL combination, madam.
Yeah.
Yes. So in the kind of cloud which you offer, since it's a very, if suppose if institution move on to your cloud, then what is the kind of plan you have for database backup? Do you have any disaster recovery system for business continuity or data backup?
Sir, we have data backup policies. So for that, different institutions can let us know about the data backup frequency that they want, and our team will accordingly incorporate that request as per the requirements of the institutions. So that frequency can be informed to us by the institutions.
So one is a data backup, madam. The second is DR. So any disaster recovery site you offer in the package.
For that purpose, sir, actually the cloud services we already use of Amazon, and it is regularly audited. So the those particular details can be shared with you in a different format. So you can let us know about this particular thing via email, so that our technical team can tell you more about this in detail.
Madam, the second, my question, so it's a my PHP plus MySQL combination, and you offer it on Amazon Cloud in an
Yeah.
SaaS model. These are
Right,
the
sir.
major points which came out of it.
Right.
Now, so you also admitted there are minimum customization. So it means the institution has to try and fit into your processes. And you said that these you have followed best practices of various universities.
Yeah, so yes, sir, customizations are supported like in minimum manner, but in case there are certain workflows which are very important for your institutions and which are not available in Samarth, so that
Hmm.
in those cases we can consider your request, but that process takes a little like more time because we'll have to understand your requirements, and the changes which we incorporate into the system are not done only for that particular institutions, because our aim is to bring uniformity into the system or the portal across different institutions which are using Samarth. So for that purpose, we'll have to see the feasibility of that particular change for other institutions as well. So we might provide that particular change or update to your institution as a configuration settings as a mandatory field, but for others we can keep it as optional. But the we'll have to keep we'll have to keep other institutions informed about that particular change which are we doing into the system. So that is why it takes time.
My another question is, madam, when we basically configure such kind of packages, you generate master data.
Mm-hmm.
So the master data, who will be generating? Your team will be configuring for the client.
Yes, sir.
And do suppose if we in our university we have our own IT setup. So
Mm-hmm.
will we as an institution get an administrative access to the database, or you will be controlling? We will be simply an user.
So as of now, you will be the user of the database. But in case you want data backup or data in a certain format, then you can let us know and the team will provide it to you.
And what are the cost obligations, madam?
Pardon, sir?
What are the cost obligations in this case?
Okay, so sir, as of now, the project is free of cost for the public institutions, so there is no cost involved in using Samarth as of now.
Rest I will connect later, madam, on this. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Do we have any other questions?
Yeah, good
Madam,
afternoon.
I have.
Good afternoon. I have a
Okay.
question, Ms. Geetanjali. See, suppose you are listed a list of modules. Suppose
Yes.
can we take as an a la carte model, whatever modules if we want,
Mm-hmm.
instead of going for the entire thing,
Mm-hmm.
can we need to take it
Modules,
as a whole, right?
Yes.
Balaji, modules are always a la carte.
Okay, okay. Thanks, Geetanjali.
Oh.
Okay, madam. Like you have the RTI section in your portal. I mean, this
Mm-hmm.
portal of the summer. So,
Yes.
and along with that, CIC also has the online RTI portal. So, can
Mm-hmm.
these two modules be integrated? Whether you provide some kind of API, for
Mm-hmm.
example, somebody is from the outside is posting the RTI, they are paying the fee there only. So that RTI can be received there in the this portal, summer portal.
Sir, as of now, the integration is not there into the system, but we can scope out the feasibility of doing that. But as of now, it is not available.
Okay, and like we have the just implemented the e-office system in our organization. So can this
Mhm.
e-office be linked with the Samarth?
No, sir. The integration with the office is not available.
Okay.
Madam, and I'm Bimal
Yes, sir.
Panda from IIFT.
Yes.
You say entire solution is hosted on Amazon Cloud Services, right?
Right, sir.
But time to time, Government of India says that all documents or all the government documents need to be hosted inside the country. Means neither we are allowed to use Amazon web services nor Google web services nor Microsoft's.
Mhm.
Is it that?
Sir, as of now, actually, it is as per the in discussion with the Ministry of Education only. But in case we receive any instruction from MOEs, then we'll consider changing into it. But as of now, the process is as per the guidelines of the Ministry of Education only.
Madam, your data is not in Amazon. So data center is not in Delhi, in India.
No, no, sir. Data center is in Delhi. It's the one is in Mumbai.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Sir,
the Amazon cloud which
the
you are offering, the Amazon cloud which you
sir,
are offering, the data center is in India. That is one
Yes,
thing.
sir. Yes.
But so any compliance which you have checked with the MITI guidelines, any deviation you have observed between the product which you are offering,
Mm.
any deviation from MITI guideline, because MITI also says that it should be in NIC cloud, not the Amazon.
So
it must
it's
not be on the
yes,
private
yes.
cloud like that.
So it's
Huh?
approved by sir. It is approved by the mighty
Okay,
only.
okay. It is
Yeah.
approved by MITI on. Okay.
Right.
Thank you. Pandaji, I think we are done in this case.
Yeah, we are done.
We can seek a detailed list of modules and then we can put up matter again further.
Sure. Thank you.
Madam, thank you
Thank you,
very
sir.
much for
Thanks a lot. Thanks
giving
for
So
the
us
if I
time.
detailed
thank you,
presentation.
Thank you, sir.
thank
Do
you,
we have
madam.
any
If
other
I
questions?
yeah, if I
Thank
may
you.
ask one question, so it's kind of mini ERP kind of system. So what kind of challenges like institution face when they migrate to Samarth from their other systems or their own developed systems?
Mm-hmm. So the first one is that suppose the institutions are using any other vendors, other system outside of A, so they get the data that they want to upload in a Samarth portal. So that I think that gets delayed. So many of the times we have heard from the institution that the vendor is not giving them the data or it is getting delayed from their end. So the first one when we start the data migration is that. Other than that, if the data is available, readily available with the institution, they just need to provide us the data in the format that we shared. And once we have that, we directly upload it on the institution portal and they can verify the data. So in our case, the institutions are the owner of the data. As and when required, they can request to us for the data backup, the database of that. And other than that, the information that you entered into the Samarth portal that can be exported via CSV and different report formats. So the exporting of data is also available in the module. So you can keep a file or export of the details that you enter into the system at your level at that time also. Other than that, sir, the next problem or the challenge that institutions face or that delays the process is that not creation of an implementation committee or not assigning the role of module admins to different people, because it is not like practically not possible for one person to look after the implementation of each and every module. So that is why we suggest the institution to keep one person or to make one person as a nodal officer who will be having the admin access to the portal, while particular nodal officer has a team or has a module admin team, so that they can like the implementation can be expedited actually.
Right. Thank you so much for answering that.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, madam, one or two more questions.
Yes.
Uh, yeah. So, and there are some kind of reimbursement which are actually given to the employees.
Mhm.
and employees has to remember them that I have to claim these reimbursements. So can some kind of alerts may be generated in the employee login as well as the concerned finance officer login that this reimbursement, information has to be dispatched in the employees. So such kind of alert facility is there in this summer.
Sir, actually, it can be incorporated in our employee module, but again, it will have to check the feasibility because, as you said, that it is somewhat linked to the finance, and after that, we can send the notification or alerts to the employees. So it can be incorporated into the system, but we'll have to see the like initially that we'll have to see its workflow that how it can be done into the system. So for that purpose, our technical team will have to understand your requirements, and after that only we can let you know.
So one more thing,
Hmm.
can your portal generate the APAR report automatically? APAR has to be filled after 1.5 year. So we are not able to remember what kind of things we have done in the past. Most of the things we actually leave while we are filling the APAR. So
Hmm.
can this be generated automatically?
Sir, report feature is there, but whether it can be generated on the 6 months time automatically, that need to be added into the
Annually,
system.
annually,
Yeah,
annually.
annually. Yes. So that need to be added, but the report feature is already available.
Okay, so I think you have not gone through that model. That module.
No, no. So we have a CAS module, a career
Hmm.
advancement scheme. So it caters to both things, APAR and PBAS applications. So once the employee
Hmm.
they like whatever details they uploaded on their employee profile or knowledge profiles. So while they fill up their APAR or PBAS form application form, the information gets automatically like fetched from their knowledge profile or their employee profile. So they can update it further.
So for cash-based promotion, the employee himself has to fill all the details.
Yes, they
In,
have to complete their employee profile, knowledge profile.
but the rules are given by the institution itself. Some our authority will be there who is giving the rules to the different employee. So when
Mhm.
all the data is already there, so can this not be directly linked there so that that can be filled in just 1 or 2 clicks?
So, but the data in the application form, it will be initially like there are two options: whether the employee need to add, like fill up the
Hmm.
complete application form again, or the another
Hmm.
one is they can like directly fetch the data from the details they entered earlier. So both the
Yes,
options
yes.
are available.
Okay. Okay, that's all from my side.
Okay, thank you, sir. Do we have any other question? Okay, so as we can see that there are no more questions. In case you have any questions left, you can write it to us on our mail, and we'll be happy to answer the questions. And other than that, we'll share the presentations, the link of our demo portal and our knowledge base with you uh, by tomorrow, so that you can explore our demo portal and you can understand the modules in more detail. And other than that, if we receive the nodal officer's details from the institution, we can start the implementation. For that purpose, also we have a office order template available, so you can refer to that. So I'll be sharing one onboarding kit that includes the presentation, the security statements of Samarth privacy statements, uh, and different important links which you can refer to. So I'm concluding the meeting. Thank you all for joining. Have a nice day.